So continuing on with creator actions, but specifically with this use. This is image, style, and prompt. This is how you can take an image, be it one you've generated yourself or one you can upload, and I'll show you that in a moment. And you can tell the new image you're creating to either use the image, style, prompt, or the character that you are uploading or telling it about the image. So let's start with, I guess, first with the style. Let's start like that. So if I take this image that I want, and I want an image in exactly this style, I can click style, and you see it pops up right here with this paperclip symbol. If I hover over, you can see there's one for character right there. That one means style, the image one. And here, image it means, so copy in the image. That's the how it is, how it looks, the setup, composition. This one is style, so that's selected. I can actually select another one right here. If I do that, hover over, I can select. So while you've got the paperclip, that means style. But let's say I want a young man in his 20s on the beach, but I want this style. Okay, I haven't said the image, but this style. We're looking at the style, the color, and the way it is. Let's hit enter, and let's see what that comes up with under create. Okay, definitely getting the same thing. You see this kind of color, vibrant color, Miami feel. We've definitely got that with this young guy. Definitely slightly less so, but definitely there. Yes, with that one, and that one's very cinematic. This one right here. Oh, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. Remember I showed you in the last one? Let me show you here. If I just go like this, and I'm going to go like that, and I just say something like fix hand. I always use that prompt right there. Let's go submit. I just want to see if that fixes his hand, just to show you. It's nice to have a live example, even if editor was in the last lecture. Okay, now we have definitely this one. He's got the right number of fingers. It's not great. And this one, getting better. You would keep going. Fingers are something it definitely gets wrong. Look, you've got a bit of a thumb coming here. But you can keep playing, do exactly the same, and we'll change it and change it and change it. There we go, did that a couple more times. We're definitely getting closer here. You would keep changing, not that one, not that one. This one, and you would keep going. You can remove this. I could get much smaller, and I could raise that. You got to keep playing. That's AI. That's actually kind of what I love to do. I love doing it and waiting for the result. There's something in that. It's probably a dopamine hit or something. Anyway, so that was style. So if I go back to our image of that woman, let's do here. Let's also do image. So before we had style, it's that exact, I don't know, background colors of the blue, the pink, it's that Miami feel, live, bright that it had, it took that. This time I'm doing image. See, it's looking at the composition. And this time if I go a young man in his 20s on the beach, and let's hit enter and see what the results for this are. Now it's resulting in something very similar. So you got the background, the horizon line is very similar on the background right here, right there. You then got the money and things like that, and the hat. That's not what we're asking for. We're asking for the same kind of image. There's the horizon line. Here's the sea and the sky and everything. It's pretty much identical in composition. That one's for image. Now the last one I want to show you, prompt is exactly the same as if I was doing that. If I hit prompt, it puts it right up in the top there, but there's many ways to get prompt. The last one I want to show you is character. So to do that, you can come up right here. You see that icon, that image icon right there. If I click there, here's ones I've uploaded before that I've been doing. There's some of me, and there's some other ones I made, and all other creations here, right here inside Runway. I can also upload an image if I want to. Let's say, for example, if you had an image yourself or something online, you have rights to something, or even if you don't, because you're going to change it slightly. Here is, say I like this image, okay, of this woman right there. I can close this, and I can go here, choose or drop the file right there. Just drop that onto there. It's going to upload the image. You see it happening here. Great, done already. So I click that, and now you see, remember the hover over again, we've got image, we've got style here. That one right there, that person, that's the character. You see it's in the corner right here. So now I can say this woman, wide shot, sci-fi on a spaceship. For example, it maybe I want a different style of shot, but I want to make sure that woman's in it, that I use her, and I want to have multiple shots. Perhaps I'm telling a story, or it's for video or something. And here she is, they're just loading. That's that same girl right there, there. I didn't give it much in regards to what she's wearing or what the background's like, color, any of the other stuff that we said. So they're quite varied, but I've got the same character. And this is what's called character consistency. So if I want to apply that, I can just click over here, and it's already got the character there. But I could say this girl in New York City in the street, day bright. and I can change the location she's in. Okay, great. Now I've got that girl. Here she is right here. Again, I didn't tell her how to pose, where she's looking at, what she's doing, any actions. Here, I've taken her now to New York City. So this is how you get character consistency, we call it. Character consistency across your shots. I could use something like editor here, for example. Let's make this bigger. Let's erase this right here. And let's tell them I want it to be, let's change it to casual clothes, white t-shirt, for example, and let's submit. Oh, this was good. So when I was doing the editing right here, when I clicked editor, I still had this image right there, didn't I? Selected. So when I went edit like this, it was still there. So it's still drawing from the same character image. So it gave me these 4 results still in, changed the pose, turn around, but it still gave me the same character wearing those clothes. Remove that when you do editor. And now I've got it in a white t-shirt. Here she is in various different poses wearing a white t-shirt. This is how you get character consistency. Do the same thing if you were to upload an image of yourself like you saw me do in the very first lecture. I could take an image of myself, put myself in different positions. Perhaps I want to do, here's me right there. Let's do this character. Let's do this man on a spaceship. No details, lighting, style, anything. I just want to see what it comes up with. And I can put myself inside a spaceship. This is how people do. You've probably seen avatars of people when they've changed the background. Perhaps they've changed them wearing a nice suit or something. That's how they do it. Okay, and here I am, a slightly animated version of me. There's me inside a spaceship. Great. Okay, perfect. And then the only other thing I want to do now is you're going to download these images and perhaps you want to do some stuff with them. But let's just recap. You know everything, how to prompt and the best ways to prompt. When you have an image that you want, you know how to edit these, get a variation of it, upscale it, remix it. You can pan it side to side, zoom out. Editor, you can do loads of things, remove things, add things. Slightly harder to add things than to remove them. But you have all that there at your disposal. And now you know how you can change add characters in and change their location for character consistency, or if you want to use the same image style. For example, if once again I wanted this, but I want that style right there, then once again I would hit this, the paperclip icon for style, and I would say a young man in his 20s. That's all I'm going to say. Didn't give it very much, but I'm using the style of that image. So quite often you can find something like, I've had students come and say, hey, I'm trying to replicate this style of image. And I say, well, upload it into here and then click the paperclip icon and you're going to get that same style image. So in exactly the same way with these blue lights, sci-fi, etc., I'm getting a guy this time in exactly the same style. So that's the best way to do it. Now, we're going to download these, and there's something special you could do. I could turn this person into a video.